Hey guys, Aaron from Homestead, New Hampshire. Welcome back to the channel. It's been a whirlwind, almost 2 months since I started this off. I started this channel April 4th of 2024, so almost 60 days ago. Might even be 60 days today. And within that time, I've produced 50-something videos. And you know, thanks to your help as subscribers and viewers of my channel, I've been able to have some pretty good success with this channel. And for me, really, this is an outlet. It's an outlet for me to maybe exercise my creative abilities a little bit, try to figure out how to showcase different projects we have going on the property. But more than anything, you know, I really wanted to develop a community of people that had an interest in the projects that I have going on the homestead. I know a lot of you out there have land. A lot of people that view my channel, and I've seen it in the comments, that, you know, you're thinking about buying a bigger tractor, or, you know, maybe you're intimidated by that. You know, we had a BX 2200 and we moved up to an MX 5400. That was a substantial jump. But what I can tell you is that this stuff doesn't need to be intimidating. If you just take the time and research and figure out where your comfort level is, you can really do anything. I never would have thought in a million years that I'd be taking down huge pine trees, or, you know, moving logs around the property, or even having a sawmill on the property. I mean, when we wanted to do a project, we always called a contractor and we hired it out and we paid the money, and that person would go to the lumber yard and do all that stuff. I mean, I think I got to a point as I get older where, you know, and I have more time, that I want to learn how to do this stuff. I want to do it myself. You know, there's a lot of pride that goes into doing things for yourself, and you feel good about it as well. So that brings us to where we are today. You know, Kendall and I live on 25 acres in southern New Hampshire. We have a lot of projects that we want to fulfill, that I want to do. So I have a sawmill, and MacMax was awesome. MacMax provided me with a SM-32. It's a 32-inch diameter sawmill. I can cut up to a 32-inch diameter log, and I've done exactly that. Last week I milled some 4x4s and some 6x6s and 2x6s out of pine, and I mean, it's easy. It's not intimidating if you just take the time to really learn the processes and how to be safe and all of that. You can do anything like I have. So my next project is, I built a sawmill base for this mill. And I built it out of 4x4s. And what I'm finding is a few things, right? One, it's too high off the ground. It just, when you wanna, you know, spin a cant on the mill, I can't get any leverage. So, you know, and it's only 18 inches off the ground, but that 18 inches makes a huge amount of difference. The other thing is, because it's 4x4s, it's not, I mean, we've got a 20-foot track. You put a, you know, 30-inch diameter piece of pine on here that's 15 feet long, that's an extreme amount of weight. And what I'm finding is this stand doesn't support that. So I'm gonna make some changes here. So I originally thought when I built the sawmill pad, that I would put the sawmill on the right-hand side. So when you came in through this driveway that we created through the rock wall, you would be able to just spin around and drop a log on there. And it works great. It works really well. Unfortunately, you know, if I'm like anybody else, my mind changes, or maybe I see a different idea or a different way to do something. And I thought, well, rather than coming in and turning, why don't we just come straight in and, you know, have the mill set up right here, so we can just literally bring logs in and set them down on the mill. So that's what I'm gonna do. We're gonna start with that project first. So that's what I'm starting today. I'm gonna get some measurements. I'm gonna put some stakes in the ground. I'm gonna figure out exactly where I want this thing. And we're gonna start constructing it. So let's get going. What do you say? So hey everybody, welcome back. When I was out here last, I was talking to you guys about what I was doing, moving the sawmill over to this side, building a new platform for it. So that's what I'm up to today. we've had a bunch of rain here on and off, and it's supposed to be rainy over the next few days. So I'm just trying to complete what I can complete here. I've got the Land Pride auger, PTO driven auger hooked up to the MX 5400. And I'm drilling some holes. So we're in gravel here, so I'm not too worried about how deep I go. You know, we're not supporting a ton of weight here, but at the same time, I want to have a more stable platform to mount the base on. So what I've done is, I took some 2x6s that I milled a couple of weeks ago, and I put together these boxes. So what I'm doing is drilling 2 holes every 5 feet. So, and then I'm gonna put the box over the top, anchor it in, level it, and then I'm gonna pour concrete pads inside of these. And that's what's gonna be the base support for the sawmill itself. So that's what I'm doing right now. Let's get into it. It's 2 holes each, and then we'll start digging these things out, leveling the ground, getting all these things leveled up, and we'll start pouring some concrete. So here we go. That's all we're getting. All right. So, man, it's hot and humid out. So the plan is, I just dug these holes out. So the plan is that these right here, these forms, are gonna go over the top of these, right? I'm gonna get them all leveled up on my line. So everything's square. I've got the other ones. So why don't I just go get the other ones right now while we're here. Got 3 more of these things. So go here. This one here. And this one will go here. So I've never ever done anything like this before. Got all the forms are here. I've gotta make some stakes for these forms, and I've got to get everything perfectly level going across. I have a sight line that I used a couple of posts and strings with. I'm actually gonna move this back a little bit to get everything squared up. But then the plan is to get all these leveled up, and there's somebody with a truck. But anyway, get all these forms level across the way. We do slope down a little bit, not much, probably 6 inches total. I guess I could hook up the land plane to this thing and, you know, grade this out a little bit more, but I'm fine with what it is right now. So I'm gonna get these holes dug out, get the frames leveled up all the way across, and we'll start mixing some concrete. What I'm trying to figure out is, do I want to dry pour this stuff? Do I want to maybe dry pour 1 or 2 of these and see how it works? Or do I want to use the concrete mixer that we have? I don't know if it works anymore. It's been sitting up by the container for a while, but I thought maybe I could try that. I'll have to put it on a generator to do it, or do I want to just mix up the concrete and do it the traditional way? I think it can go a bunch of different ways. What do you guys think? Drop a comment down below. Let's why don't you guys help me out with this project and leave your comments and let's see what direction I go with these things. So I think this is gonna work out really well. I get this done, and all these things are dried and cured up, we can move on to doing the 6x6s on top. I've got to get some anchors to anchor the 6x6s down to the concrete. So I'm looking at that stuff right now too. I think Simpson Ties makes some stuff. I mean, I don't know. Like I said, I'm not a professional. This is all new to me. I've never done this before. I'm just figuring it out for me. Let's keep going.